What is going on? Today doing a simple jerky recipe. It's one I've used my whole life. My dad made the recipe back when he started hunting. But it's a very simple, it's like a teriyaki jerky recipe for deer. I use this in a dehydrator, or I'm going to be making it in a dehydrator. I tweak my recipe a little bit for when I use the smoker, but I'm trying to get this done before Christmas so we have some jerky before Christmas, so I'm using the dehydrator for a little quicker route. But I'm just going to go through step by step what I use, how long I take to let the meat sit, and all that stuff, so hope you guys like it. Okay, well, first ingredient going in, before I start pouring, soy sauce. I'm just doing this off eyeball. I've done the recipe so many times, I know how much is going in, and I'm making like a half batch what I normally do. So a normal 2-pound batch that I make, I'll run off what it is. I use 2 cups of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of seasoned salt, a tablespoon of chili pepper, a tablespoon of ground red pepper, a teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and 4 tablespoons of liquid smoke. Now I'll also put in like some chives or some basil just to give it a little extra spice to it. But that's the basic ingredients that I use in the jerky. Well guys, something else I want to tell you. I always use a plastic Tupperware container rather than metal, because you're using a lot of salt in this, and metal and salt sitting in the fridge for a long time is not good. It'll eat away at it and you shouldn't be eating that. But just mixing her up real good. And I'll add a little bit of water to it, and if I need more water I'll add it for when I add the jerky to bring the level up, because it's pretty strong. But just mix her till everything dissolves in the soy sauce and liquid smoke. Okay, well, I'm doing the back straps of the deer. This is probably 3 8-inch pieces of back strap what I'm going to be slicing up. It's frozen. This is from archery season, so it's let's say 2 months old. It's been in the freezer. I like to slice it when it's frozen because it makes it slice a lot nicer, makes a nice neater job. But I highly recommend getting a slicer if you don't have one, if you're going to process your own deer, making little deer steaks or any kind of wild game. And for slicing, instead of using a knife, this makes it so much easier. This thing's probably older than me. My dad bought it back when he started processing deer. But cuts you down on time. It's way safer than using a knife. First cut yourself trying to slice thin. And they're cheap. I mean, you can get them at Walmart for 40 bucks. So they're not an expensive buy. I'm going to get started here, slicing. I'll show you. It's about a 1/4 inch thick. That's about how thick I like to do the jerky. Nice piece there. 1/4 inch thick for a dehydrator. You can do it a little heavier on a smoker because you're getting more heat through it. But in a dehydrator where you're not getting the heat through it, you want to make sure it's dehydrated the whole way through. So I prefer doing thinner pieces. That's about a 1/4 inch thick. So I'll slice them and set them down. Get these all sliced up. But a slice is so much nicer when they're frozen. Makes a nice straighter cut. Makes it go a lot better in my opinion. You guys want a little bit of deer meat, huh? Gunner, sit. Sit. Gunner, sit. Sit. Good boy. Buddy, you want a piece? Good boy. Good catch, buddy. You guys like deer meat, don't you? Don't you? That's good for you. Good boy. Okay, well, I got my pile of sliced meat. Start dropping them in. Now, I'll put this in the fridge for probably, I'm gonna go 3-4 days, 5 tops. But a lot of people want to, marinate it, put it in the fridge for a day, and then dehydrate the next day. Yeah, I know you want to eat your jerky, but you're better off letting it in the marinade as long as possible in the fridge so it sucks up that flavor, makes way better jerky. Just got to be patient. But about once a day I'll stir it. I'll get a fork and stir the jerky around in the marinade, and then I'll put her on the dehydrator. Probably take day and a half, and then I'll be eating me some good deer jerky. Well, she's going in the refrigerator. We'll be seeing it in about 3 to 4 days. Well, just got the jerky out of the fridge. It's been marinated for 3 days. Put her on the old dehydrator. Probably take about a day and a half. And I'll be eating me some jerky.
Well, it's been about a day and a half on the dehydrator. Jerky's done. About every 6 hours I rotated the jerky. So, you know, the not so cooked stuff put on the bottom just to let it all cook at the same time. I'm gonna put it in a bag. When you're done with your jerky in the dehydrator, a lot of people are like, oh man, it doesn't have that much moisture in it. Put it in a bag for a couple days. I mean, you can still eat it, but it'll gradually get more moisture if you put it in a bag and add a little bit of brown sugar, and it helps. But if you guys liked the video, it got a little cold, so my voice is a little raspy, but like and subscribe, I appreciate it.